So hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. And in this video, I want to talk about this device here, which is the Nintendo 3DS. This device I've only recently been using for the past couple days just because of my interest, and my brother decided to just let me use it. After using this, I gotta say I am hooked. And honestly, nostalgia aside for the DS, this thing honestly in this day and age has aged so well because it offers something so unique. And I think in 2024, this device is still worth the price tag. And I kind of want to discuss about it in this video, so yeah. First of all, obviously, the 3DS is a Nintendo console. It released 13 years ago, that's a long time ago. And there's obviously different iterations, like the 3DS XL, even like the new 3DS refreshes, and even the 2DS. But there's some things in this device that make it so unique compared to even any current offerings that I feel like I do want to mention. So first of all, the size. I mean, obviously this is the non-XL model, but this thing is super portable. I mean, compared to say like the Nintendo Switch, obviously it is a fraction of the size. This thing easily fits in my pocket, and I can easily just, if I want to play a game and just like, oh, okay, let me just play a game real quick and just, throw it in my pocket because I need to go somewhere, I can easily do that. And like, especially compared to now, we have like monster devices right now with like the Steam Deck and all that stuff with the handheld PC boom. Having a device this small is such a breath of fresh air for me. I will say, because of how small the screens are on these, you can see here, screen, in my opinion, is still relatively small, so I am looking into getting an XL model, but even the XL models are still relatively compact compared to all the other handhelds I just showed. While we have the DS open, I actually had it on for the moment, but the biggest thing that really made me want to talk about it in this video is the incredible support from the community that this device has gotten. I am shocked at how much stuff you can do with the 3DS. In terms of like homebrew and all that stuff. It's really incredible. I mean, here I have some custom firmware right now. I have a custom theme, so you can really customize it beyond just like the normal stills that Nintendo offers, official ones. Stuff like being able to play and download a bunch of 3DS games, being able to even play region free essentially, so you can play games from all different regions. Having a storefront, basically, and the H Shop is basically a storefront or a collection of basically most, if not all, of the 3DS games, including stuff like demos and ROM hacks, which is pretty awesome to see. I mean, having a front end like this is something I haven't seen before in my personal experience. You have stuff like remote file transfers. That's super cool. I wasn't expecting that for 3DS. And being able to install custom firmware and all that stuff. I mean, the modding scene on this console is incredible, and honestly, if you're gonna get a 3DS, I think you're doing a disservice by not modding it. And now that the 3DS shop is closed, and especially now that all these 3DS games and DS games, especially digital only ones from like the DSiWare and 3DS digital only games, now that that's no longer accessible, I think being able to just homebrew it so easily and being able to retrieve that library is so cool and is awesome for game preservation. You can see here, this is my current 3DS layout. I mean, I have a custom theme right now. I have a couple of 3DS games downloaded right now just to play them. I've been playing a lot of New Super Mario Bros. 2 right now, and these games are absolutely fine because obviously they're native to the hardware. I even have like some DS games here, and you can even install stuff like GBA, Game Boy Color, even like obscure, even like stuff that's not Nintendo. Like people were able to get Sega Dreamcast emulators, not Dreamcast, Sega Genesis emulators, even some PS1 emulators. I don't know how they did that, but just like the modding scene in this on this device is absolutely incredible. It's really opened my eyes on the experience because it completely changes how I view the 3DS, because I really didn't see the point of the 3DS because of how many emulation machines there were that you can purchase for way less now because the 3DS is such high in demand. So like stuff like from Retroid, stuff like that. But after using this, the fact of the matter is, in my personal opinion, the 3DS and the DS, I guess for that matter, offers something that's unique to these devices that I don't think currently can be replicated for literally almost any emulation machine out on the market right now. And that's because of the intrinsic nature of the dual screens. I don't know what it is, but playing, like, for example, Pokemon, Mario Kart DS on this device just does not feel the same on, say, like the Retro Pocket 3 Plus. Maybe it's because of how the dual screens are, laid out. Maybe it's kind of like the weird consistencies of how you want to, all the troubles that you have to go through to making the layout of your screens for playing DS games, since there's two of them. I don't know, just something about the playing DS and 3DS games on those machines just doesn't feel good at all. And I don't know why, especially specifically for me, but like playing them here, I absolutely love them. It's just the nature of having, like, for example, the buttons here, this flip, this clamshell design, being able to have two screens, bottom and top, completely separate as well. Just natively running the software on here just so easily is something that nothing in my experience has can replicate at this current moment. Now, I do want to mention that recent developments have sparked up, and there have been recent emulation machines that have released that actually have come with dual screens, and those are fantastic. I personally have never really touched them or really played with them before, but the dual screen nature of this device basically makes it almost impossible to get the same experience on single screen devices that most of the emulation machines have. So the dual screen stuff that has been coming out recently is absolutely fantastic, but despite that, at the moment, it's still relatively new. So at the moment, if you just want to play natively 3DS, DS, and even Game Boy games, I still think the 3DS is the way to go. This thing is absolutely fantastic, especially if you homebrew it. Like I said before, you're really doing a disservice if you don't homebrew it, especially in this day and age. We can obviously argue about the morality and stuff about downloading games via like the 8-shop, piracy and stuff like that. But in the current market, when Nintendo really doesn't offer any alternatives for especially those digital DSi games, like I noted, I still think that this is the way to go. The biggest problem with the 3DS actually currently is not even the hardware, it's getting one. And that's simply because of how high in demand these things are. Like the 3DS, like prices are absolutely insane. Those are going for like over $200 for the most part. That is pricey. And even the 2DS XL, if you can find a good condition at $200, that's basically like $50 to $100 over the MSRP, which is absolutely crazy. Obviously, if you can avoid paying at those exorbitant prices, especially the new ones, then obviously you should, because I don't think this thing is worth $400 for a brand new system. But point I'm trying to make is that these things are pretty pricey, but if you can get your hands on a used one for, I would say, under $200, then I would say absolutely get this device. This is a fantastic device. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, this 3DS video. I've really been enjoying this thing. Like I said, it's absolutely worth it at the good prices, but at a good price. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later. Talk to you soon.